of course, nobody's ever really like anybody could say that to a guy and nobody bats an eye. It was like the whole thing on that talk show a couple years ago where the dude got his dick lopped off and all the women were laughing about it,
Yeah.
right? And a couple of people were like, "Hey, that's not funny. Fuck you." Right? Finally, somebody was like, I mean, you guys do all this bitching about your anatomy and people looking at your body, and meanwhile, you're cackling like retards at some guy's dick being lopped off.
Yeah.
You don't know what that would be like. That'd be fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, you don't know it. And finally, somebody said something. And how long did that last? Right? I don't know, a day.
I mean, the hypocrisy. Okay, the hypocrisy is there, but as a standalone incident, I gotta admit, I'm just as quick to laugh at a guy getting his dick cut off. Not that it's just I wouldn't want it to happen to me, obviously, but
right. No, it wasn't that. Like the whole situation wasn't like bizarrely funny. It was that these women who would like be insane with rage if something similar happened to a woman, like there would be like a week's worth of fucking coverage, and that's what I'm talking about, right? Like rational people like look at certain situations like equally, and they go, well, that is pretty comical, even though it's fucked up. It's still pretty bizarre and out there and fucked up and blah, blah, blah. But these women, like, if something happens to a woman, she's victimized in some way, and then it's holy shit. Right?
Yeah.
It's like
and not even victimized, but just...
Then it's just prepare the rim shot guy.
Yeah.
Because we're going to need him for another solid 40 minutes of dick getting cut off jokes.
Yeah.
Like, which, I don't mind those jokes, like you said. I don't give a fuck about the jokes. I love jokes about shit. But it's just,
Yeah, the double standard is just too obvious.
For fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, and Sharon Osbourne, holy fuck. I would enjoy cutting her penis off. I really would.
Why, what did she say?
I just don't like Sharon Osbourne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's nothing specific she ever said. Well, I mean, it's everything. Like, every time she talks, I just, like, throw her under a trolley or something. But yeah, I don't know. She's just fucking annoying and loud and useless and stupid and a big pain in the ass, and I fucking hate her. But yeah. Sharon Osbourne, everybody.
Yeah. See, if that was like relevant to, I mean, where is she from? I don't watch a lot of TV.
Oh, you don't know who Sharon Osbourne
is? Is it the Ozzy Osbourne's wife?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I just didn't see how it was relevant to what we were talking about.
Oh, well, the double standard thing, that's where it starts. She's on the show that she was, whatever that show's called. The
View?
It's not The View. It could be The View. It could be it's one of those, The Talk, The View, one of those. Right? She's one of the hosts on there that was talking about the dick getting lopped off incident.
Yeah, but anyway, like, these people are saying, this is why more women aren't scientists and shit like that, and oh yeah, I'm sure that made people feel really welcome. I thought, this is just pathetic. The opinion that these women hold of or that these writers hold of women in general is just the lowest opinion I've ever seen someone hold of of females. It's just they think that they are the weakest people.
Yeah, and it's incredibly unrealistic. I mean, that's the thing, is it's just completely fucking unrealistic and insulting and all that shit.
And then another, yet another bullshit thing. Have you seen the woman who did the street harassment vid?
Yeah, I did watch that video, and also saw the was it 10 hours of walking in Skyrim spoof. That was pretty funny.
Oh, what was that about?
It was just like, it was a complete spoof of the original video, except it was a female Skyrim character.
Yeah.
Walking through all of the holds, and all the shit that the guards would say to her as she walks through. It was like, I used to be an adventurer like you. And it's like, oh, the horrible harassment she suffered. I mean, everybody had to say something like, you might want to put something on, or whatever it is they say,
But anyway, but about the harassment thing, these people under more, file this under, more manufactured dissent. These people got all upset because there wasn't more ethnic diversity in the harassers.
What?
And they accused the woman.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm completely serious.
What?
They said that they showed too many black and Latino harassers, and they should have shown more whites and other. More
oh my
whites.
God! I love that.
Yeah.
I love that happened. I really love that fucking happened because it's like now all of the retards are fighting with each other. That is fucking awesome. So like the woman made the video to show how horrifying it was to be desired by people sexually, and she's walking along the street. So now other retards who enjoyed the video otherwise were just upset that there weren't more white people harassing the girl in the video.
Well, here's the thing.
Is that it? Like, yeah, not enough diversity.
I have to say, I'm not entirely without sympathy for the woman herself, because there was this one guy who
followed her for like a solid
followed her for a little bit. He's like, you should be more appreciative when women. I mean, I'm sorry, that guy should be put in front of a firing squad.
Yeah, he's retarded.
Yeah,
but
what a piece of shit. It's like, why not act like a grown up and mind your own fucking business? You know?
Yeah. Oh no, I agree, but like. Also, here's what you have to take into account. With that video, her plan was, don't open your mouth. Just walk.
Yeah.
Right? That was her plan with the video. Was so she's not going to stand up to the guy or, pepper spray him or hit him the way he should have been. He should have been dealt with. He's a moron.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do on the other hand? You know,
what you're going to do is you're going to fucking, like, taser the fucker. Be like, hey, or you just look at him casually, hey, you know what? I need you to walk off.
Yeah.
I need you to walk away. And then he says something like, no, I told you to walk off. But maybe shit's different where I'm from. But, like, nobody here would ever do that.
Yeah, that's the thing is...
Because the woman where I'm from has a fucking, like, revolver in her purse. And she's going to go, you need to go away now. And that's when you're going to go, okay, bye.
I think this is something that just happens in certain big cities anyway, because I've never seen anybody behave the way they did in that vid.
Yeah, I've never seen a dude, like, walk next to a girl for 5 solid minutes, staring at her awkwardly.
Yeah, I mean, that's some kind
of
weird. Either a New York thing or a big city thing, because like I said, they're very different places from the rest of the world. Anywhere in rural areas or suburban areas, that would be so bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, nowhere I've ever seen that happen. Like, I had a, crazy dude follow me around in D.C., but he was clearly insane.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he was using an imaginary comb to comb his imaginary beard. Right? So, he was like a homeless dude on a bike. I don't know where he got the bike. But he was, combing his imaginary beard, and his eyes got really wide, and he was staring at me. And he was following me, and I just kind of, made conversation with him. I was like, you're doing a pretty good job on your beard there. And he's like, am I? Am I doing a good job? Right? I mean, so he's obviously out of his fucking mind. And it was weird and uncomfortable, of course.
Yeah.
But, I humored him. But the thing that in the video where, the seemingly stable, psychologically speaking dude just following her and staring at her.
Yeah.
He might have been a bit confused that she wasn't acknowledging him, like when Cartman thought he was dead and was blowing into everybody's ear. That might have been the thing that threw him off, but I don't know a single fucking human being that would do that.
Yeah.
That was a little frightening.
And you know what? I'm sorry that now that there's proof that it happens, I'm sorry that it happens. The people who do that were not raised right, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, the dude might have fucking severe issues. Who knows who that guy was?
Yeah, I really am not sympathetic. I mean, just.
Well, I mean, the thing was, you find it's first of all, it's New York. There has to be 12 of that guy on every block.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, you found one that latched onto you temporarily.
Yeah.
What do you fucking do? I live in a relatively small city. And I've ran into some completely insane people.
Yeah.
Just randomly. I used to think of that.
That's what it comes down to is, if you want to say, look what we have to put up with, that's fine. But the problem is that a lot of the people in this kind of movement, they're never content to stop there. They'll always go the extra step and say, well, this is typical males. This is how men think. This is what men are, and that's where they lose me.
That was the aim of the fucking video. It seemed was that this is just routine shit. Well, if that's routine shit, you need to get the fuck out of New York.
Yeah.
And also, you usually don't walk for 10 hours straight without saying a word to anyone you run into. So that's not routine. But the other part of it is, yeah, I mean, women get hit on like that and shit. But I mean, how bad is it normally? Like in your everyday life, when a guy makes a comment, do you really feel terrible about it? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why you'd feel terrible about it. I guess it's the difference between men and women. If it was me and like women were like constantly flattering me with their compliments as I passed by, I'm not sure how I'd feel about that.
Yeah,
Probably
but I mean
really
the guy who actually said, "Yeah, you should say thank you when people compliment you." I mean that guy.
Yeah, he's a dick.
That guy did really get under my skin.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's like, what was the end game in his mind? Did he think that they would just go back to his place?
I don't think. You know what? I think people that say that kind of shit, they don't have an end game.
Yeah.
They just kind of let shit roll out of their fucking retarded mouth and kind of see what happens. But what aggravates me, like you're trying to basically what you're saying is when a video like that comes out, and it's a highlight reel, by the way.
Yeah.
This is somebody who walked through the city for several hours, and that was the most fucked up shit she had. Because trust me, if there was more, it would have been in the video.
Yeah.
Right? So that was the worst of it. Right? Which sucked, but I would have expected a lot worse out of New York.
Depending on which, boroughs and neighborhoods you walk.
Yeah. And
I mean, there's some places where you'd just be stupid to walk there.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously, it was places where she felt she wasn't going to be assaulted or something. But still, I mean, if that's the worst, like I've heard worse than that, like in the last month. And I live in like one of the smallest cities in the country. Well, as far as bigger cities go, right? Yeah. I mean, it's one of the lower. It's on the small end of the scale.
Yeah.
Easily, we don't have 1 million people here.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a small city, and I mean, it's fuck. I mean, I hear a lot of crazy shit on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I mean, I fucking I went to a Chinese restaurant one day to use the bathroom. That's it. I fucking wanted to stop and use the restroom when the Chinese restaurant. There's a guy sitting at a booth by himself wearing like this weird thrift store style like green suit, right? He looks insane as fuck, like 12 Monkeys Brad Pitt crazy.
Yeah.
He's fucking sitting there and he's shoveling rice into his face. Like fucking Roadrunner's legs. He's moving this fork like into his face. Mm-hmm. And like as I leave the restroom, and as I pass him by, he's crouched over his plate, you can imagine. And as I pass the booth he's sitting at, he darts his back, like his back just goes from this arch to completely vertical. Mm-hmm. He looks directly at me. The rice flies out of his mouth as he yells to me, "Thank you very much!" Right? Like that. And I jumped. And like the rice, I wasn't getting married, but I was getting fucking rice thrown at me. And I'm walking by and he's like, "Boo, boo, boo, thank you very much." He yelled so loud his glasses almost came off. So it's just like, yeah, I go, "You're welcome." And I just like fucking ran out of the goddamn restaurant. I was like terrified. Yeah. I mean, that wasn't long ago. So I mean, it's like shit like that happens a lot. And if I just carried a camera around for like, I don't know, 12 hours on a given day, I could probably show you some shit. I mean, there's I've got all kind of stories about insane people that involved me in their shit, and like 0% of them had to do with how attracted they were to me. Well, I mean, maybe there might have been a fucking couple in there, but who knows?
Yeah, that's the other thing is, like, you just, they chalk up to sexism what's really just crazy people sometimes. But because, like, I remember I walked into a liquor store near where I was, and there's this guy. We were in the same aisle. I, had to get by him in this relatively narrow aisle. So I give him sort of an awkward, "Hey, how you doing?" Just to acknowledge he's there. And then I'm scooting past him, and he says, "Merry Christmas." This is in the middle of fucking July.
Right.
He says, "Merry Christmas," and I didn't say anything in regard to that. He's like, "What? Don't you have anything nice to say about Christmas?" And I just said, "Okay, just get my fucking soda and get the fuck out of here." Right. This guy's just not playing with a full deck of cards.
Right.
I mean, he could have been a sane person who was sort of trolling, or he just could have been completely out of his mind.
My ex-wife used to tell me like I had like a crazy people magnet because I used to run into shit like Chinese restaurant guy all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Crazy people just feel like they can speak to me. Because they do it fucking constantly. And holy shit, that's scary.
Oh, yeah, this thing, when it fires that water, it sounds like an artillery barrage.
Jesus.
And it feels like it, too.
Fucking hell, dude. It looks like you're a little overpowered here.
Yeah. Approaching this thing the first time is just horrifying. Because it has the water, and then you get up close, and then you're even sorrier. But,
yeah.
like so many fights in this game, once you figure out the mechanic, you realize that it's really a lot easier. And this is a common thing from Soft's games way back to the early Kingsfield games, is they have these situations where you look at what you have to do or what you're up against, and you just say, holy fuck. I mean,
right.
This is just a giant middle finger aimed at the player. But the fact of the matter is, the Hydra fights, once you know what to do, are actually pretty easy, but they're very tedious. And I've seen a lot of speedrunners get really annoyed with the Hydra.
So, I mean, what's the strategy here?
Well, you gotta... Excuse me. You have to do a total amount of damage to it, and only the heads and necks can be damaged. Now, if you're doing moderate damage, you'll end up having to cut off every single head. If you do a lot of damage to a head all at once in one burst, you can actually deplete its life so much that it's not necessary to cut off each head. But most new players that don't have overpowered gear, they have to cut every single one of those heads off. So, yeah, just sort of like strap yourself in, because we're going to be here a while. And the thing is, because I have that really slow weapon, this became especially annoying because I stubbornly...
Well, it looks like you found a little comfortable spot here, at least.
Yeah, that's the other thing is those little shields can stop some amazing attacks on the part of the enemy. You know, this thing is just devastating if you stand there and take the hit, but then if you just have your shield up and you're facing towards it, you can survive just about anything it throws at you.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't get too far away, then it'll shoot water behind you, and then the area of effect will catch you behind your shield.
Yeah, there's a lot of intimidating shit in this game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we've just scratched the surface. I haven't even rung the second bell yet. Some of the most horrific fights are ahead of us.
Nice.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think this is the physically largest creature we fought. Well, I mean, the Gaping Dragon was big.
Yeah. I think this is still a bit bigger. Maybe.
Yeah, when you count the spread of its neck. Yeah. But then, like I said, these fights are so obnoxious after you've done them a few times.
I did like the giant, one of the earlier giants you had to fight, I think before the dragon, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure if that's right or not, but that thing was pretty fucking cool. They did like the giant club or whatever.
Oh, was it the Minotaur guy?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Now, oh, man. Now, this is the first time I played completely through the game, right? But it wasn't the first time I had played at all. I'd explored some. And I tell you what, the first time I faced that Taurus demon, Jesus Christ, was that scary. I mean, it just jumps down out of nowhere, and it's running at you, and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to... Because, you know, you've been, piddling around with these lesser undead, and then this thing runs at you, and you're just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do against this thing? And I actually ended up falling off the ledge, and it jumped down after me because the AI is so dumb, it still pursues you. So we both died, but it gave me credit for the victory, so I can I can honestly say that I one-shot it the first time I faced it.
Nice.
We're gonna be here a while.
Yeah. Was that all you had with the staff and the axe?
No, I had other weapons. I just wasn't smart enough to switch to them.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it just looks like a time-consuming thing, not something that's not doable or anything.